Okay, well, welcome back to my channel, Wanderlust, the search for Forrest Fenn Gold. So, Tiger Woods won the Masters this morning. I guess it would be noon in Georgia. 12:30, 1:30. Oh well, he won. So, back to the thrill of the chase. I'm gonna move this over here. And, holy cow, look at this. I've been coming back. I did several videos in the last, probably just the last month. I think I only looked at this just 2 weeks ago. I don't even think it was that. And the snow here was pretty much up to this window. This entire bridge was covered enough that I thought this was seating. And I mean, this entire road was covered. So wow, we've seen a lot of melting here at Glacier National Park, and that's a good sign. Spring is here, and that's what you'd expect to see the snow melting. The reason why I like using Glacier National Park is that if you look at the map, let's see if I can zoom in a little here. Zoom in. There it is. Couldn't get it the way I wanted. Let's try it again. There it is. Yeah, so, in the search area, I mean, Glacier National Park is way up here. This place that I'm looking at in the camera view. And the reason why, and I'm not saying that the treasure is hidden up there, though it is an interesting place to go look, it's just really, you know, north, and it's right on the Canadian border. So my assumption is that if, this heavy snow load that's in Glacier is starting to melt, and you're that far north, that further south, and I know it's an assumption that, when you head further south into Wyoming and Yellowstone and everything south, that, they're starting to see similar conditions. Let's see. Here's the visitor center right when you come in the western side of Glacier. You come, there's where this Apgar Visitor Center is. I've been here. There's actually somebody walking, and before this was all under snow. Let's look at the other shots. Let's go up to the pass. Yeah, this is tremendous change. Is the river here? Just, I think it was only 2 weeks ago. This was all covered. This was all snow, all ice. Now all the snow is gone, even gone from the banks. There's little spots here and there. So it's the middle of April, and we're really looking pretty good as far as snow melt being gone. Of course, this is at the lower level. Let's look. Here's St. Mary's. I was just looking at that the other day in another video. Oh yeah, I mean, this whole field is now open. Should be starting to turn green soon. That's a lovely picture. Look at that. There's still some snow here and there, though. It's coming along, though. And oh yeah, here's the other one. Was when I had this up just the other day, the snow was covering these posts. This is the west entrance, and again, yeah, the snow was, this hut was, these posts, it was up to these posts, or almost over the posts. So now it's wet. It's wet and clear. That's great. It's a good sign. And then, if I can, went past it. I wonder why it's like that. It's funny, the picture. Where is it? So here's up at 6,800 feet. Looks like there's kind of some, actually it looks like it might be snowing a little bit. But anyways, here's the roof of the visitor center and the parking lot. You can see the sticks. So still a lot of snow at 6,800 feet. And I mean, this is either fog or snow or maybe a mix of rain and snow. Actually, I think it does look like against these trees. I mean, it's just snow in the trees. Oh, that's right. This thing is a live camera. It updates every like 30 or 40 seconds. So pretty cool. Look at one more. Whew. Yeah, that's there's still a ton of snow up there. So we'll have to wait and see. Maybe in another couple of weeks, look at it again and see how it changed from there. So let's look at a couple more things. Let's look at the weather here and there. I like using this website. Let me change this out. And I always use this. I don't know why I stick to this website. It used to be called Intellicast, but they changed the name to. I think it got taken over by this Wonderground.com. Anyhow, it used to be really a great site and it still has some great content on it, but sometimes it loads slow and they change some of it's got a ton of information, that's for sure, more than I ever would need, but sometimes it can load really slowly. So yeah, Cody has 55 degrees today. So then jumping to another site, looks like Denver. It's actually quite a nice day. 69 degrees, feels like 69. Partly cloudy, a little light gusts. That's not bad for this time of year, for April 15th. Almost 70 degrees. And let's go further south. I'm skipping and putting it on hold because it takes time for this page to load. Huh. I'm actually kind of surprised by that. Is Santa Fe, New Mexico? It's only 58 degrees there. Sunny, 58. Interesting. I wonder if because that storm kind of just came through. This is the thing I was trying to find is they have this forecast that's pretty cool. It shows highs and lows expected. Shows a lot of information. 70s. You know, one of the reasons why I'm just fooling around today on this is I've been trying to think of places I want to go, and I think with the snow load and the way the weather has been, when I do go out and do a little searching, I think I'm going to head south. I've heard a lot of people are headed to New Mexico. I am probably going to be one of them. I'm thinking about headed that way too, but a big part of it is because if I'm going to take a vacation and spend the time and energy driving that far, I want it to be warm. I Part of my trip is definitely to check out some solves. I Last summer I drove through I think that'd be the northwest corner of New Mexico, but I mean it was at freeway speed and I didn't stop until I got to Colorado. So it's probably the one state, New Mexico, that I didn't or I haven't actually done some like kind of quote unquote boots on the ground where I've actually stopped and like done some searching. And there's some really interesting places that I'd like to go check out and just do some hikes and check out those areas. So it's probably where I'm headed. That's for sure. And there was another thing I want to do. Now this thing's run long. Let me see if I can do this thing real quick. So I may do this again at some other point, but here's the Thrill of the Chase map. And this was an idea that I had several times, and I had another video I cut, and maybe I'll chop that into some other edits that I do. But anyways, let's see if I can do this. So here's the map. Thrill of the Chase. It's an image. Hold on, let me do this real quick. Okay, so this is what I would do. So I fool around with the aspects of the map, and you get some interesting effects. The colors. When I start pushing the colors in different directions, look at how you get all these different colors. And then if I go this direction, I push it this way, start getting more. And then it's weird how, and I fooled around with this before, and this was something when I first discovered it. I was wondering if maybe this is some kind of weird clue, and I just thought it was fun to share. I had never shared it with anybody. Let's see if I go with the saturation. When you really start driving this, you get some really interesting things happen to this map. Let's go this direction. There it is. So I always thought that was really weird how, and you could do that with other pictures, but this map definitely has like it glows, that glacier, and then you see Yellowstone, and then I don't know what these other parks are. They really light up, and I know some people are gonna say, well, it's probably what it is that there's layers in this map, and all I'm doing is sort of bringing out those layers and push it even more. And what I was doing originally when I was trying to see if there's some kind of like hidden message in the map itself, when you do what you're doing here, does something pop out when you start pushing the saturation or changing the colors? Oops, that went too far. Let's see if I can do the other way. Oh yeah, that one's kind of cool. The one, and I really don't want to go there, but the one that always like lights up is Yellowstone. No matter what hue or color I do, it really just lights up a lot. Another thing that I always thought was kind of interesting is all the rivers also are very prominent. They light up. The other two things that are often light up is the Flathead Lake area and this Wind River area. It always seems to light up no matter how I change. Well, see, look at now, the Wind River is orange and Flathead Lake is orange, and Glacier National Park lights up red. This kind of changes color. But I mean, you could argue for any of these colors doing that. But it's a cool thing. I just thought I would share it. I don't know if anybody's ever seen this done before. I think what happens when I push it. Hope I don't crash my computer. Yeah, this just gets like. I think you can go. Let's see. I think I did this. Just makes it completely white. So, weird effect. Turn that off. Back to the main map. See if I can do this other one. Oh. I always thought that was kind of freaky too. That you turn it black. Invert the colors. Yeah, these last couple of things are kind of neat too, where you invert them. The one thing that's interesting about this is that, let's see if I can zoom in. Oh, I have to go back this way and turn that off. Zoom in. Nope, the other way. Run out of time. And then do that. Let's pause it. Yeah, this is like the glow in the dark. And the interesting thing is, the cool thing about it is how much it makes the aspects pop out of the map, and the rivers become really prominent. See, look at like this river. How prominent these things become. So anyhow, pretty weird, pretty spooky, strange. So kind of an odd video, but it covered a bunch of things that sometimes I poke around and look at on a Sunday afternoon. So like my videos. Thanks for watching and listening.